Hi,
Hello, Euro. How are you?
good.
Good. Are you still weak from since I left you last class?
Huh? Sorry, what?
So you are not getting stronger by time. I feel from your voice that you are a bit weak. Are you exhausted? Did you?
No,
Okay.
I just woke up.
Oh, okay. So do you have today a holiday?
I slept this now
Okay.
after school.
Okay. So you finish school maybe by 1 or 2?
No, I finished school at like 3:30.
Aha. Okay. So you got a chance lah. Okay. Good. So can you repeat for me again what the teacher told you about? Or told your mother about? The one that you wrote?
Uh,
You forgot.
well, functions and creating subroutines, return values, and connecting subroutines.
Okay. Okay. And are you weak? I mean, she gets that based on the syllabus or based on her personal um how to say uh, comment about your performance. How she get that?
I don't know. I think the whole class. I'm not sure.
Okay. So it's not personally for you. It's just like a normal advice lah. You're not
Uh,
sure. I
I
have
don't
to
know.
I have to check with your mother.
Mm,
Okay. So are you ready for the class?
yeah.
Okay. And okay. And how was it with your exercise or homework? Was it difficult to do?
I
I
forgot to
didn't check.
do it.
I didn't check. I didn't check. I didn't check the homework. I didn't know that there is a homework.
I forgot to do it.
Okay. So I got no comment. Huh? What to say? I cannot say anything. You are so nice that I cannot even tell you anything. So what can I say? Okay. So
You can just do it now.
yes, can. Yeah, we can do it now. Yes. Okay.
Let me just go into my Replit.
So you have a copy from the exercise and you are
Yeah,
opening
but
your Replit.
I'm trying to open my Replit, but I can't find the file. Hmm.
You cannot open your Replit.
I'm trying to find the file for Replit. I'm in Replit, but I can't find my file.
Okay.
Wait, wait a minute. Maybe I'm in the wrong account. Oh, I found it.
Okay, that's good. Good news.
Here. I'll work on the question now.
So if you are able to access the question, let me see your Replit, please. I mean, you can share with me your Replit.
Okay. Would you send me the question on WhatsApp?
Yes, sure, we can do that. Let me see here. Um, Download it. And then, okay, send to you. So you can start sharing. Yes, that's excellent. Okay. Mhm. Hmm. Can you, yeah, so you can remove this or just replicate the file so that you can keep, or you can even comment like what you're doing. Yes. Okay. Mhm.
The subroutine. Is it a subroutine for this code?
Subroutine means that you create a function that do that.
Yeah, but it's a continuation, right? Is this a continuation?
What do you mean by continuation? I don't understand that.
Let's create a subroutine.
So,
I'll just start from the beginning. Never mind.
so a subroutine is that you have to create to define a function that is called get age. So you use def to create that. So an example, or even maybe an example of expected output is to enter your age, and then when you enter it wrongly in words or characters, then he does not accept that, he show you an error. And then if you give an input outside the range, then he will comment that this is outside the age, and then you should enter an age between 10 to 99. So we have done something similar, but the point that we did not, although we did something similar, we did not put it in a function. Wow, you're already with the answer. So fast.
I haven't done anything yet.
Okay.
It's what me say. What's your age?
I mean, there is no harm to look up for previous code.
think that's it.
That's it. Okay. Can you try to run and then see what is the errors and then you start correcting?
Oh. Oh. Is it because it's a number?
So, I
I just
mean,
give it. I just wait. They keep. Wait.
okay. Hmm. Okay. When we have a condition, we must have two sides, left side and right side. So you said here bigger than, but bigger than what? So bigger than maximum age. So this side is correct, but this side is not correct. So you need to say the age is bigger than the maximum age. So you need to, I mean, your user input here is, I mean, this part is actually correct and is independent from this. So when you, after you say the or, you have to construct a new condition. The condition that you constructed is left without, how to say, without something to compare to. So you said maximum age, but you didn't put, you comparing that maximum age to what? So this is that can, you mean, so we said user input is less than minimum age, but the maximum input you did not put what you compare it with. So you have to put something here. You're confused.
I need to put something where.
Uh, okay. So you said maximum age.
Yeah.
You need to put something here. You cannot say, so this is or, you need to put something here to compare the maximum age to.
Oh. Okay.
So same like you did here. You're confused.
I need to put something here to compare it. Compare the maximum age with.
Okay, we are able to actually even remove the or and say that, okay. So there is two ways to do that. You can put two separate conditions. So this is a condition. This is condition number two. This is condition number one. And both of them are connected together with the or. So either one happen, then we will print that. So what you need to do,
Compare with age, right?
not with age, with the user input. Because where is age here? There is no age. I mean, if you look at here, there is no variable called age.
There is. It's here.
Okay, then you compare with the age,
Okay.
but you didn't have to put,
I'll just change user input. I'll just
yes,
compare.
yes. So you, mhm. Okay, that's good. Or age is bigger. Uh-huh. So again, okay, you run again, please. Okay, you face the same error again. He's telling you that this is an invalid syntax. Why? Because he see bigger than, but he cannot see that there is something on the left-hand side to compare the right-hand side with. Okay, that's good, excellent. And then end of file expected. Okay, so line 210. So what you did is you write try without except. So when you,
Oh, I thought I could just use it without the except.
no, you have to. Try and accept is a couple. You cannot separate them.
Okay.
So do you know when we are going to call the accept?
When?
We are going to call the accept. So accept runs only when we have an error,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so when you are trying, if you try to convert this user input to an integer, if you try to convert it to an integer, and the user put 5, like that. So definitely this 5 cannot be converted to an integer.
So must put number.
Okay, so nothing happened means that there is no errors. That's a good thing. But so this is a definition of a function. If you did not call the function, then it will not run. Yes. So do you remember how to call a function? So you mentioned the name of the function and you pass it a parameter. So
Yes.
here you have two parameters.
I really use a bracket or something.
Just mention the name, no brackets, just mention the name, open two brackets, pass the two parameters that is expected. So if you call the function with empty get age without any brackets, anything here, he will take, yeah, okay, interesting. Okay, can you run please and see what is the error that appears to you? So he's telling you that minimum age is not defined. So, okay, minimum age is a variable that only known inside the method, but it's not known outside. So you got two choices. Actually, the easiest choice is just to give 10 and 99 here. So remove what you wrote here and give 10 and 99. This is your input. Okay, now run. See if it runs or there is still an error.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, you forgot something. So where do you take the input from the user?
Yeah, user input.
Where is the keyword input? We normally use the keyword input to receive something from the user, but I didn't see that you write something called input. So I think this is the input function, and inside it you put a text. You already put your text and your brackets, but you never put input here. Okay, now try to run. That is excellent. Your code is, what about 9? Yeah, 100.
I
Okay,
didn't print this one.
it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Can,
Wait, let me see.
can you are you able to know why it doesn't work? Why it still show an error like that?
That. Accept. Okay.
Try and accept provide a protection for you. So if you make a mistake, somebody will take care of you. Okay, but you decided to try to do a mistake outside the protecting range. The protecting range start from line 203. So this protecting range protect against integer conversion for a wrong input. So you decided to make the conversion area. Actually, this and this is redundant.
Oh.
So you can actually remove the int here and just keep the input, because you're already trying to convert this input here using int. So, and it is within the range of try and except. So no need to, I mean, this is correct because you have to keep it. Why I say to keep it? Because you already put your try before it. So again, if you try to put only int here, you are not protected. You will end up with this error. So just remove this int. Then you are on the correct way. Yes. You, okay, you can try to run and see what could be the possible errors. Put characters, yeah, 5, 6, 7, yeah. Okay, so there is no more error, right? You fixed
Yeah.
it.
Just because of the INT.
Yes, not because of the INT. It is because you decided that you want to protect, so you want to catch any exception within this range, within these lines. But you decided to make the INT here. And it means that if any error happen, I am not able to catch it with the except. At the moment, when you put something like 2, I'm able to catch it with the except and I print it. Why? Because I do the conversion to integer here. If you do outside the try cannot protect you and cannot show this professional message to you. That is the main reason. It's not because it's just only because of the int. If you want,
It's not protected by try. That's why you can't use INT.
yes. So if you want, there is a way. Take this line, whole line, just put it here and put your int again. So if you want, can just move this whole line down to replace this. So this is also one way. So it depends. It's flexible. It's up to you what you want to do. You do it on 2 steps, take an input, then later on line 204, you do the conversion from string. This convert a string to an integer. You want to do whole line to move it here, also can. It's up to you. I don't want to confuse you, but again, there is many options. If you, I mean, do you understand, or you are am I making you confused with giving you many options?
No, I understand.
Okay, that is excellent. So okay, but I have a comment if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind come here and before the while loop, print 2 things. I want you to print minimum age and print maximum age before the while loop. Okay, now run, please. What got printed out?
199.
Okay, so it means that even before you assign anything to this, it already got a value. So from where it gets a value, it's from here. If you change this 10 to 9, then you will see that this minimum age print you 9 here. So do you see now what I want to use?
I thought Python runs line by line.
Yeah, it do run line by line, but it start from here. So it start from here and it gets an input. It pass to this method an input.
Oh, is
Okay.
it because it's not indented? That's why it runs first.
Um, can you rephrase your question because I'm trying to digest it? Sorry. Can you tell
Does
me
it
again?
does it run this 215 first before the rest of the lines?
Yes, yes.
Because like it's not indented, so it
No
just goes.
relation to the indentation. No relation. It is just okay. So this mark a definition for a function. Definition does not run before the function is called. So I can define 10 functions and I will never use them. So they will never appear, they will never run. only when you mention the name of the function, then it means that we start running from here actually. It's not because of the indentation. That's because you here mention def. So I'm defining a function, but I did not use it. So it is like you have a clause that you prepare it for going to a party. If you did not wear the clothes, then nobody knows that you already prepare a clothes for the party. So people already only know that you have this kind of nice clothes when you wear it and go to the party. So it is the same here. I'm preparing a function that do a specific purpose, and I did not call it. So how you call it? You call it using this. So it means that I start execution from here.
Oh,
I start
I
executing.
forgot about that. Yeah.
Okay, so you execute here, and then once it call get age, it will search for the function definition if there is a get age. So now let me tell you one thing. I want you to say get age 1. Put here 1 after the E. Okay, try to run, stop and run.
I don't think it'll run.
No, okay, see the error. So he say get age is not defined, and he does not show you anything from here. Why he's saying like that? Because he will search all the function definitions if any of them got 1. If none of them got 1, he would show you the error that get age is not defined. So first we start with here. If we see a definition for the function, then we will run it. If not, then we will show an error. Again, yeah. Okay, now let me handle the issue that I started with. So again, I pass here an input. It is already shown to me. So any input I passed will be inserted automatically for me inside these two variables. So this means that these two actually is not interesting to me and it's not needed. Why? Because they already have these values that I pass to it. I don't want you to delete it without you understand why we are deleting them.
Yeah, I understand because you already wrote it here, so you don't need it over here.
Excellent. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Okay, may I ask you, yeah, try to run. Okay, that's excellent. So it's still running. Can you try with 5 or even 99 or even with 10? Okay, that's good. So I want you to try to check if the functionality of the function is still working as expected. Are you able to give here 5?
But even if you wrote here 519, but it still says please enter your age between 10 and 99. So what?
Because you fixed that here as a text.
But what's the point of having numbers here inside?
Okay, then we need to improve our code to be smart enough to reflect the text here. So are you able to insert a variable inside the text? Yes, you are able.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you need to change it.
I mean, so you need to change the text. The text is fixed. So yeah. So it means that if you use minimum age here and maximum age here, then these numbers will automatically change based on your change here. You know how to do that?
Let me think.
Okay.
But
Did you ever hear?
yeah, I've seen that, but I never really understood how to use it.
Okay, that is
I just didn't
a
use
good.
it.
Yes. Okay. So this F allow you to. I mean, it can be used with a print. It can be used with the input. So when we put that, it allow us to put in curly braces, something like that. In the curly braces, we are able to insert variable names. So we are able to say here, so, okay, you put a curly braces. I mean, you don't have to end. So if you see here, let me put it this way. Let me try to give you an example. So enter a number. So we put
But
here,
so instead of instead of input you put F.
no, the input is still the same.
Oh,
It's just, I mean, this is input.
okay.
And after the bracket, we put F and double quotation. And here, the end of our double quotation. And here, we put a curly braces and we put our minimum age. So, and we put dash and we open another curly braces and then we put our maximum age. So maximum age and minimum age is actually our variable names. So
We
I
have to put
just
it
mark,
in curly brackets. Can't you
sorry,
just why do you need to put it in curly brackets? Can't you just like comma and then like
no, because again, this is a text. Okay, this is the start of your string, and this is the end of your string. You need to mark between the string. I mean, okay, you are able to put comma, yes, and you don't use if. You don't use the F here at all. So, but then it means that you will disturb. It means that after you put your minimum age, and then you have to put another comma, and then you have to start a double quotation again, and then you put your dash, and then you put a comma again, and then you put your maximum. So it means that you are interrupting the flow of your text. But here I am not. I mean, I am putting variable names in the middle of my double quotation. I don't have to start. I think you're confused.
what is F supposed to do?
So F tell Python, just be aware that I will put variable names in the middle of the string. Typically, any double quotation is interpreted as a text, and Python does not even look inside it. It just print, even if you put here X's like that or any rubbish, it will print it as it is. But with the F, he is telling Python, please be aware that I will put for you variable names in the middle of the text. So, and I will mark that variable names to separate it from the text with the curly braces. I think, okay, I think you're confused.
Yeah, I understand. So like F means like it's telling the code that you're gonna be putting like
Non,
non-variables,
non-text, non-text,
non-text.
yes, non-text in the middle of the text.
Yeah.
So it is, non-text means it's a variable. A variable that need to get its value fetched out and printed out. So, okay. Is it still confusing? Mhm. Okay, good. Can you run and see what is the errors? Okay. So you are having, make sure that your brackets, so you have here two brackets. Make sure that you're closing all your brackets. This is the third bracket. So make sure that you close all your opened brackets. So you close this and this.
a separate thing.
No, no, it is one thing. So, okay. First of all, where is your double quotation ending mark? So after the no, you should not put it here. It should be after the variables. So maybe it's here. Yeah, okay. You fine. Put it here. Okay. But then, yeah, okay. Can you try to run and see if it works? Okay. So enter an age. Your age is 5 and 19. So it's printed, but without any dash or any separation, right? Because you put them. Yeah. Okay. What about now then? So how is it now?
It worked.
It worked, right? Okay.
Wait,
So okay. So what doesn't work? Yep, yep, that's correct. Excellent then. Yeah. So it means that you have your code dynamic enough to even reflect any changes, even in the text that it shows. And you can even do that here also. I mean, we're using the same concept using F like that. You can also use the curly braces to show your age. So it is the same concept.
I'll try it also. I'll also try here just for practice.
Yes, yes. Now it works.
Yeah.
Okay,
But if I yeah, yeah, it works.
okay. So that it's good that we did something new today, which is okay. I think we can continue running. So please unshare your screen, and then I will start sharing. So when we see an exercise like that, he's telling us create a subroutine that is called multiply numbers, that multiplies two numbers and print the result. Are we able to say that this is a procedure or a function?
Uh, uh, so it's a
Do you know the difference between a procedure or a function?
procedure is like a process. No, I'm not sure.
Okay, so the procedure is the one that does not have any return statement. So this is a procedure. It does not have a return statement. Only a function have a return statement. If we only have a method like that, or a subroutine that we make it and it only print out some results, just printing without a return statement. So we consider it a procedure. because it does not return to us anything. Does this reflect in the definition itself? No. So you can define a function name. It can take parameters or even no parameters at all. It is only the difference if we write return or no return. This is the difference. If we write return, then it is a function. If no return, then we're just enough printing, then it is a procedure. So now I would like you to make a simple function which get two numbers and multiply them together and only print out the result. Same like it is shown to you here. I think this is very easy, right?
Yes, can you send me this?
Yes, definitely. And okay, let me send it to you. So Euro, the best way to construct a big program is to divide that into smaller function. And it works the best when you try to divide even a bigger function into small functions. Okay, so I will show you examples how we do that.
Okay, now?
Now you can write the exercise.
Okay. Oh, music, okay.
Why is the error? Why he is telling you that product is not defined? Any idea?
Oh, because I didn't call the function.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I forgot to input.
Yes, you did.
I always forget this.
Okay, try to run and see the errors. So he's telling multiply numbers is not defined.
Oh,
Is it? Yeah.
it's a typo.
A is
Um,
not defined.
the name.
So where is he telling A is not defined? He's telling A is not defined at this line. So this is exactly the same error that we did here. So at the start, you started to pass to me minimum age and maximum age here instead of putting numbers. So if we want to multiply numbers, we need to pass an input instead of just saying A and B, because again, within this scope, we call this main. Okay, so let me try to draw something to you. In the memory, this part, we call it main. And another part of the memory, we call it multiply numbers. So it simply means that this area and this is actually have no relation to each other. Which means that you put any variable here or you put any variable here, they are not known to each other unless I pass them as an input. So if I want to pass anything from the main to the multiply, I need to pass it as an input. And if I want to get something out from multiply numbers, I need to get it out as a return. So I need to put it in the return. So again, this is two separate areas in the memory. A and B is not known in the main. So these two lines belong to main. These lines here until the product belong to this area. They are not connected to each other. They are in separate areas in the memory. So that's why if you put A and B, the main does not know it. You put, so A and B is actually here. A and B is here. When you try to ask for A and B inside main, they have no idea. They have no clue. What are you asking about? No clue about A and B. They don't see any A and B defined in the main. They only see it defined here, and they are two separate places. You're confused.
They define them both in different places.
So they are both in different places. And if I want to pass an input to multiply numbers, I need to pass it as an input. What is the input? This is how I pass the input. So I need to pass real numbers like that as an input, 5 and 10, for example. So and the way to pass that, you mention the function name, and then you open the brackets, and then you put your numbers here. how many numbers I need to put here? It is based on the count here. So I see here only two numbers or two variables. So if I see two variables, I need to pass two numbers. If you pass only one, it will give you an error. If you pass nothing at all, also it will give you an error. So it is the same mistake here. This is what exactly you did. So you need it at the end to pass numbers here. You're still confused?
A little bit.
Okay. May I ask you something? Can you please, first of all, just press a few enters here? So make a separation between the end of the function and this calling for the function. Okay, so they are separate. Okay, that's good. Actually, your separation here for the line is for our eyes. It does not separate them in the memory. They already separated in the memory automatically. So when you indent these lines, okay, you are telling to Python these lines belong to these multiple numbers. So that's why they are stored in a different area in the memory. So this indentation mark that these lines belong only to the definition of the function. When you printed the product, actually you was printing it correctly when you put it here in the first time. Okay, so because our requirement for the exercise is to get the product and you already store it in a variable, which is excellent, but you needed to print it out. And you cannot print it out in the main because we have no return statement. So it means that any product at the moment, what you are actually facing, you defined a variable here. And you're trying to print the same variable here. You're trying to print product that is already stored in a different place. So again, to tell Python that this print statement belong to the function definition or an extension to the function definition, you have to do the indentation. They all have to be the same indentation. You cannot put yes. Okay, now they are all in the same line. So try to run. You will still see the error because the A error is still there. It's not yet recovered from it. So, okay. What if you just remove these two and pass 1 and 10 and see what is going to be printed out? Okay, so I passed 1 and 10, but you ignored my input. You totally ignored my input and you take a new input from the user. So, okay, when we have a function that got an input like that, I don't need to take another input, another two input from the user because I was already passed the input through the function. I think this is at this point is really confusing you a lot. I can see that. Can you explain to me what is your pain here? I need to really put my hand on your pain to be able to plan also the next classes.
I don't really understand like which like the separation, like which part to be inputting. I don't know.
So, okay, do you understand if I tell you that this called and main and the function definition here both belong, this is function definition. Both belong to different areas in the memory. They don't know each other. Okay, so there is a ways to actually make the main talk to the function definition. So you want to send something from the main, you actually send it by giving an input. So how is the input? You define here that you expect two input by saying A and B. okay? And then you pass the values of your input from the main. So it will be sent out 10, 1, and 10. When we are going to execute the function definition or multiple numbers here, we are going to take with us 1 and 10 from this area to this area. So now inside here, we are going to insert 1 inside A, variable A.
It didn't take the numbers I put here, it just took here.
Yes,
So
yes, that is because you already put here. If you comment these two lines, can you comment these two lines? Just don't remove them, just comment. Yes, excellent. Run, please. Run and see. Okay, now what is your, can you change your input to 2 and 10 instead of 1 and 10? So do you see the result is reflected based on your input?
yeah.
Do you know why? Why is that? Because automatically the Python inside, he take these two and put it inside the variable A, which is you decided his name here. And B, he take the 10 and insert it inside the memory for variable B. So he automatically created two variables for you. Okay, you don't see that. It is done in the background. Maybe that is the reason that because you don't see it, you're confused how he is getting an input. Okay, so when you are getting an input, you don't need to get a new input from the user. You don't need it. Is it better now, or I mean 50%, 60% understanding so far?
I understand.
Okay, okay. But it seems that we still, yeah, we need to really work a lot on this area until we make sure that, yeah, the confusion is totally gone. Okay, I accept so far what you're doing, but I want you to do something for me, please, before we leave here. Are you able to take that and put it in a print statement, please? So if you do put the multiple numbers, put it in a print statement. Okay, run, please. So when we put, okay, why none is being printed out? This none is actually caused by this print statement. If we remove this print statement, none will never appear. So why we are receiving none when we try to print something? So why this product is not going to be printed out here? Like I told you, this product, I mean, this function that we call it multiply numbers, it does not have any return statement. So it return none to the main. So you did not write any return statement here. Okay, so that's why none, when you try to print something that comes out from multiple numbers, you only get none. So if you want to see something printed out, that 20 here being printed out again, when you try to print here, so what you do is you add a return statement. So do you know how to add a return statement to this function?
Return the product.
Yes, can we return a product here? No, you cannot write it here. This is main. You have to write it in the function definition. Yes. And to tell Python that this line belong to the function definition, it have to be carrying the same indentation. This is how he mark. Yep. Yes. Yeah, this is his way to understand. Yep. Okay. Now can you run, please? So you see none disappeared. And now what is being printed out is 2 times 20 is printed. So we print 20 here, which is the multiplication of 2 and 10. And then we return the product to the main. So now instead of we returning none, from this function, we actually returning product. So it means that the value of product, which is 20, is being sent out to the main. So I can see here that 20 is being returned out from here. So if I try to print something, actually I'm able to print it. So is there other ways that we are able to handle the output from here? Yes. So I would say, come here and press a few enters, please. Okay. Can you make a variable called result or res before the print statement? Okay, result equal, and copy this function, put it here. Make it also take 2 and 10, and then, okay. And then I would say, please try to remove this at all, and then put inside it here result. Okay. So can you explain to me actually what did I do?
So what you did was you gave the multiplies number a name. So yeah.
Okay, I think let me try to clarify that. So when this multiply numbers return something, it return a number which is 20, and when I try to print it, so it will be printed, but it will disappear from the memory. It will not stay in the memory. So I wanted the 20 to actually remain in the main. I don't want it to disappear just by printing it out. So I put 20 here. I save the 20, which is coming from multiplying numbers. I save it in a variable. And this variable is seen and known inside main. It have no relation to this function. I just got the number passed to me from this place of the area of the memory to another area of the memory, which is main. So this is main. So this is totally separate from this. Okay, so I got the number, I store it here. So now this 20 is stored here. Okay, and then the next is that you take the content of this variable that you created and you print it out. So you did not, I mean, result is not a name to multiply numbers. No, it is a variable that carry the return values that is returned by this. Again, did you understand me, or you are?
Yeah, I understand.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, am I repeating myself? I mean, should I move faster?
Yeah, I understand, because you said that you use results so to save it, so to save the multiplied number 20.
Okay, so yeah, okay, that's good. Okay, we can stop here. Let me share another thing, please, with you.
Okay.
So, okay. So this is another method. This method say that instead of me, if I want to get any input from the user, I would like to always use this method to get an input from the user. So I don't want to always scatter around my code this kind of input statement. So this
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Sorry again?
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yes, definitely. Yes. Can I, if I say like that, it is clearer. What about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So again, we have a method that's called get input. So this method take two numbers. Okay. And I make it so that every time we need to get a number from the user, we call that method. We don't have to keep writing inputs many times. So during every future code, if we want to get an input from the user, we can get it, we can give it, we can specify to the method that we want, there is a lower value and there is an upper value. So there is upper limit and lower limit. So we want our input to be in between 1 and 100. Okay, so we specify that here, and we build our method similar to what you actually created before. It's not nothing new. And you would say that enter a number between lower and upper, and then you do the conversion from string to integer, and you just return the numbers that matches the value between 1 and 100. So if the number is 55, it will 50 or 55, it will return. It will be being returned. And when you will, once you return it, you save it to num. You see that here. So
Yeah.
this is the same like you saving it to result. Okay, so far clear?
Yeah.
Okay, but don't disappear. Where are you going? Hello, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, okay, good. So, okay, we have an exercise, and this exercise is actually we have a menu to create. So you see here a partial part of the code. So this I am giving it to you. So I am giving you the menu that need to be shown.
Okay.
And as you see, I make, so this is part of main. This is what we call main. So the code will start running from here. And based on the code here, we can actually call function definitions. So again, if the choice, we start with choice equals 0. If the choice is not equal 4, we will run those. If it is 4, then we will not run anything. So now let us see. The first thing that we're going to call is to show a menu. So it means that we will print on the screen a menu like that. Okay. So what we want to do is to actually complete the code for the menu. And we want to build the function to validate choices. So our choices here, if you see, maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or we can even put option A, B, C, or even quit or a secret message. And we want to show our choice. But let us first see if we show a menu, okay? How we get an input from the user here, in your opinion. So let me send you this.
Okay.
It's slightly difficult, is it?
I can try it. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Okay, I send it to you.
So you want me to create, you want me create option A, B, C
Um,
and validate.
yes, so this validate choice will actually take a number from 1 to 4 and then return something to you. So if the number is 4, then we will quit. So as you see from the menu that appears to you,
Choice equals validate choice.
Sorry again, what did you
But
say?
what do you mean choice equals validate choice? Is it isn't choice only supposed to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And but you are quitting on 4.
Yeah. Why is there a validate choice? Like as in if they don't put in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then like
Yes. So
oh
if you put 10, so it means that you don't accept this input.
oh okay. Oh. But I didn't
Uh-huh.
it's not
Yes. Yeah.
why do you equate them together?
Why you what?
Why do you equate them together? Why is choice equals to validate choice?
So, okay, why I mean, this is not equation. So this is, I mean, I'm not equating them. I am trying to assign whatever got returned from this method to be stored here. I'm not equating them. I mean, in Python, we don't equate using this. So if I put 10 into X, it means that I get what 10, I store it in X. And here, validate choice, you get an input from the user. And after you validate the input, you
You
return
didn't
it and you store it in choice.
yeah, but you didn't validate like you didn't tell the code that
Yes, it's
at
true.
the range. You didn't tell the range of like what the right
Yes, but we know the range from here is 1 to 4.
yeah.
So when we saw the menu, he need to choose from the menu from 1 until 4. And then what if he put 10? Is that accepted? Is that
No,
a menu choice that we are able to execute for him? No, nothing, right?
no.
So it means that this validate choice is a function that take an input from the user, and then it will check, is it he is entering a number between 1 and 4? So if you want to put the input here, 1 to 4, yes, you are able to do that. And then you have to start to define this validate choice. If you run now, he will tell you that validate choice is not defined.
Yeah.
Actually, you got, I mean, did you run just now? 2 to 4 is, okay. So show menu is not defined. Are you sure you, no
Spelled
mistakes?
it wrong.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we managed to run. Okay, so you told me before that Python is running line by line. That is true because it already showed me this because it's executed show menu successfully. But when it searched for validate choice, it did not find it. So it will tell you validate choice not defined. Okay, I will teach you one thing. If you have a function that you did not create yet and you don't want your code to have an error like that, so you write def the function name and you write pass under it, just P-A-S-S. That will not show you an error. Pass is telling that I'm still developing the code for that function. So don't show an error for it. Did you understand that or it's confusing?
Pass what does pass mean? That you ignore it?
Yes, it's just telling that Python pass means that you just ignore ignore creating an exception that the function is not defined yet. So every function must have a definition, must do something. But when I'm telling pass, it's like I'm telling Python I'm still developing the code for that function. So I don't want you to show me an error for that. So you don't want to see that error.
Yeah.
So you come here, right? Define validate choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you able? So you're confused.
Sorry, my mom came in just now, so I wasn't listening.
Okay, no problem. So what I want to say that create, define, validate choice, and under it write pass.
Okay.
Okay. When we define something, we define it above the main. This is our main where we are calling functions. Yes. Our function definition is above. Yes. So you put your yes colon and write pass. Okay. I think it is small. Write it small, not capital, please. Yes. So you see what is going to happen now that
They ignore everything else.
yes, because again, pass does not stop anything. I mean, this choice remains zero, so we will keep looping forever, non-stop. Okay, so how we are able to then define something? So now, okay, now the code is working. There is no error, but we still need to define something here.
Wait, that choice. That choice. Um,
This is something that we already done in previous. I mean, we already even done it today. It's similar.
am I supposed to do like what each option is?
You should, yes, you should put whatever option is, but not, I mean, you have to finish first the validate choice. So validate choice is, okay, did you take an input from the user? Where is the input that you need to take from the user? So choice is unknown inside this.
Oh, oh,
If you run it, then it will tell you that choice is not defined in this context.
Yeah.
So far, that looks excellent. Yes, excellent. But are you checking the user input to make sure that it is 1 and above and less than or equal 5?
No.
So, I mean, what the code you write is excellent. But if I
Yeah,
write 0,
yeah, I need
how,
to read it.
okay,
Uh, if you
you
use it,
can copy from the code that we created above. I mean, that is exactly a same copy from the code that we created before. Yeah, excellent. Yeah.
system one.
Yes, yes, correct.
I think that's it.
Yes, yes, correct. Can you run? Hmm. Okay, so it will keep like that. But then, okay, so
Yeah.
okay, I think you stop here. Uh, and I would say there is a method that I already showed to you. This method I showed to you as an example, which is get input. So I will show you the method, and instead of you tiring yourself and repeat this kind of code every time, I want you to use the method that I will pass to you. So, okay, now can you off your sharing, please? So when you off your sharing, I would actually share with you this get input. So you see this get input? Okay, now the get input is clear. So this get input, I want you to use it inside validate choice. I want you to call it from inside validate choice. And that is part of what the teacher told you. So now you are calling a function from inside another function. So if you want, so okay, let's see. So if we call this, if we already define this, and then we say that we want the choices or the input of the user to be between 1 and 5, this should take care of the user input and validate it for us. And if the user input something like 6 or 10, he will see these kind of errors and it will only return to us with the correct number that is in between 1 and 5. And then we can return back to show the menu. So, okay, now I will send you this, and your job as a homework is to actually write this code and call it from inside validate choice. Can you do that? Is it difficult? It's a bit difficult.
Or what is it? Call it?
Call it, yes. So can you see here how you call a function? This is how you call a function.
Yeah.
Right? But you never tried before. I mean, we together never tried. So this is called main. We never tried in the class to call this get input or a function from inside another function. Did we try to do that before?
What do you mean call it from inside another function?
So okay, now, okay, this get input, I'm calling it here. This
Yeah.
is called calling.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I want to show you that, okay, where is, okay, so do you see validate choice? This is validate choice. And this is the code to actually validate the user input. Okay. So I don't want to use that code. This code, I want you not to use it. And also the same code that you created. So I want to remove that. Okay. I want to replace that by calling get input. So this is, you call get input and you pass it 1 to 5. Because why I'm saying 1 to 5? Because again, okay, it can be 1 to 5 or 1 to 4, whatever the option that is appearing on the screen. We see here the menu choices is from 1 until 4. So we pass it 1 to 4. If we have the menu choices from 1 to 5, then I pass it here to 1 to 5. Then I get the input. So I get whatever got returned from here, I save it. Then I return it from validate choice. So I think you're still confused.
Yeah.
You're confused. Okay. Never mind. Okay. Just can you do something for me so that we can start testing that on the next class? Can I pass you this get input and you write the exact code and test it? That's it. That's enough for you as a homework. Just okay. Is that easy?
Yeah. Can you type in the chat so like I remember what I'm supposed to do?
Yes, of course. Okay. I will explain that in the chat. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Then see you next class. Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.